Paul, yes. Just thinking about the Library of Congress, yes. I've called them before. I don't know if you've called the Library of Congress, but it might be important. You could give them a call today. Just search for the Library of Congress. Pooh. It's this research library where they research the constitutionality. Now, I know it's the Supreme Court that decides, okay? I know that. But let's say that I found out you sewed into the brains of America's youth so that you can know what they were thinking because you just had to know the intellectual property of this great nation. Now, as an individual that documents intellectual property, it doesn't mean that I haven't had thoughts that I've never put in a video. Yes, even though I made 10,000 of them. I've documented lawsuits. I've documented innovation. I've documented the laws. But some reason I'm sitting here on the street waiting for you to enforce the law. I thought we would buy a new supercomputer for the Library of Congress, fix up the old buildings, put some new paint on them, rearrange all the books. There's probably what, a million books or 2 million books or something in the Library of Congress. Yes. When's the last time we rearranged that library and we took all the books out, all the old ones? Yes. Then we put in some new shelving. We put them all back. Yes. I mean, it is the Dewey Decimal System that they work? Why is it that we use Dewey system? Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Now, let's say you have some books in the Library of Congress that speak about when you read. Do you talk while you read? Yeah. I could read in my brain before you decided to put a B on me so as to interrupt my thoughts, but you didn't seem to be concerned about that. Now, you had to know what I was thinking. It does affect the reading and the comprehension of those that are in the system. Oh, now you just had to know, and your thought was, well, we don't need to read, we don't need to be educated, we don't need to understand what the law says, we don't need any of that as long as you know what I'm thinking before. Let's say you're in the Library of Congress. You go back 150 years. You pull out a few books from the various aisles of the library. It's a big library. You have a big archive, the National Archives. Did you used to keep that? Because you know what I thought all of the legislation, see, it's the Library of Congress. Congress that has the power to enact legislation to enforce the actual amendments of the Constitution. Yes. For some reason, they didn't use their power. They did pass all that legislation, but nobody wanted to enforce the laws of the United States. And if I go looking through the Library of Congress, is that special library for those that are elected to Congress? Yes. I think that they include additional reference material that includes the judicial and the executive branch of the United States. Now, I've never been there, okay. But I think they've been around almost since the time of the ratification, the adoption of the Bill of Rights. Could somebody find out where they first were located when they first started the federal government?